The Seahawks surprisingly ranked at number one of the NFL power rankings this week for the first time in almost a decade. But are the Seahawks the biggest NFC Darkhorse threats? We'll soon figure out with the new trade that they got for Rashid Shaheed.
It's football time.
Alrighty, what's going on? Welcome back to the All Round Sports Podcast for sports, everything on the channel. I'm your host Antonio. Today, we're talking about the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks, of course, made a trade before the deadline, unlike another team I know in the red and gold. But the Seahawks traded for former Saints wide receiver Rashid Shaheed, who is a speedster and also has some familiarity with Clint Kubiak as well from last year. But the Seahawks, of course, have had a few statement wins as they've gotten wins over some notable ones over the Steelers, the Cardinals, the Jaguars, the Texans, and also the Commanders. They have found themselves on a 3-game winning streak entering their Sunday matchup against the Arizona Cardinals. But their next 8 games are going to be tricky. They got the Cardinals, they got the Rams, the Titans, and the Vikings, along with the Falcons. You got the Colts, the Rams, Panthers, and then you finish off the season at San Francisco. But the question is, are the Seattle Seahawks the biggest NFC dark horse threats in the NFC? I'm going to talk about that in just a second. Before we do, if you guys do enjoy this video, do me a favor, smash the button down below, subscribe if you haven't already. For now, let's talk about the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks. I do believe they are a sneaky threat because the Seahawks are really good. They're really dominant right now. They have a really good balanced attack. Now, the run game still needs to get a little more consistent. They're going to win a playoff game. But the addition of Rashid Shaheed being massively underrated because not only do you have JSN, who's looking like the best receiver in all football, you not only have young stud wide receiver in Torrey Horton and a good blocking wide receiver in Cooper Kupp. You add a speedy, deep threat in Rashid Shaheed. I've talked about this man a few times. This guy, I believe, is one of the more underrated threats. We saw it a little bit in flashes last year. He was going off. He was just absolutely catching dimes from Derek Carr a year ago. And of course, has been wasting his time in New Orleans. But the addition of Shaheed, I believe, is a really good need because you need a deep threat that can get the ball down the field, and you got one. And of course, when Cooper Kupp comes back, he's going to be a big-time help in the passing game because he can block relatively well. But not only is the offense looking good, that defense is the best running defense in all of football. This team legitimately is looking like one of the best teams in the NFL right now. Let me go over some rankings here of the Seattle Seahawks team alone. They are the total 7th ranked defense in the NFL. They're, of course, 2nd in rushing yards allowed. They're 4th in rushing TDs allowed. They're, of course, the 5th best scoring defense in the NFL. They're the 3rd highest sacking defense in the NFL. They have the 4th most interceptions in the NFL. And not only that, their passing defense has been getting better every single week as some players have been coming back healthy. As they rank 18th passing yards allowed, they rank 9th in passing TDs allowed. But here's the main thing. The offense has been absolutely outstanding. They're the 5th best scoring offense in the NFL. They're the 4th best passing yards offense in the NFL. They're 10th in passing touchdowns. They're 10th in rushing touchdowns. They're 22nd in rushing yards per game. They have the fewest sacks allowed in the NFL right now. And not only that, they've only thrown 6 interceptions. That's not much. And not only that, their red zone efficiency is 70.4%. That's the 3rd highest in the NFL. And when I look at the Seattle Seahawks, the defense is only getting better. You got Julian Love coming back soon for reinforcements. You got Ernest Jones also going to be returning from injury hopefully sooner rather than later. Your linebacker core is stacked. You got Tyrese Knight. You got other dogs in there that can step up. But when I look at the Seattle Seahawks, They're a legit threat. This is a team that can threat anyone in the NFC. They can threaten anybody. Their offense has a lot of potential. Their defense is getting better every single week. This is the best offensive line that has been played under Sam Darnold. And I believe this team can possibly not only win a playoff game, but if they continue to get better, maybe it might be a dark horse to get to the Super Bowl. I'm not taking it that far yet. But Seattle, they're coming, and they are a big dark horse threat in the NFC. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think the Seahawks are the biggest underdog NFC dark horse threats in the NFC? Let me know in the comments what you guys think down below. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, do me a big favor, smash the button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, I'll see you on the next one. Ciao for now.